I now give the floor to His Excellency, the Ambassador of Myanmar, on behalf of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations.
Thank you, co-chairs. Mr. Chair, on behalf of the 10 ASEAN member states, I congratulate the new members of the Bureau and reiterate ASEAN's full support for the preparatory process leading up to the Third UN World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction in Sendai. The ASEAN members at the highest level recognize the importance of DRR and look forward very much to the Sendai World Conference next March. In this connection, we welcome the newly revised Zero Draft, both in terms of structure, with specific sections on the role of stakeholders and on international cooperation and global partnership. We appreciate the development of measurable global targets and indicators that promote accountability and a greater role given to regional organizations in supporting and facilitating the implementation of the post-2015 framework. Co-chairs, Southeast Asia is one of the most disaster-prone and affected regions in the world. Last week marked the first anniversary of the devastating super typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines, which resulted in significant losses, both in lives and in the social, economic, and environmental dimensions. Next month will mark the 10th anniversary of the Indian Ocean tsunami, which took place in December 2004, with Indonesia and Thailand two of the most affected countries in the region. To reduce the disaster losses from such events, we believe that DRR has to be mainstreamed into our developmental efforts. We appreciate that the concept of building back better, as well as building better from the start, has been underscored in the Zero Draft as an appropriate approach for resilient communities. Next year, the international community is expected to adopt three strategic documents for the years to come, namely the post-2015 framework for DRR in Sendai, the post-2015 development agenda in New York, and the global agreement on climate change in Paris. The year 2015, therefore, presents us with a unique opportunity to ensure coherence and alignment across policies, practices, and partnerships for implementation of these concurrent post-2015 processes, as well as the World Humanitarian Summit to be held in 2016 in Turkey. Equally important, if not more so, are the means of implementation. Here, while recognizing the primary responsibility of states to take necessary measures to reduce disaster risks, we stress the importance of international cooperation as well as regional and global partnership, including financial mobilization, capacity building measures, and transfer of technology for developing states, particularly least developed countries. Co-chairs, turning to the draft elements for the Sendai Declaration as proposed by Japan, we support the focus on resilience and prevention. We welcome the need for an inclusive and people-centered approach to DRR and recognize the critical role of stakeholders and international cooperation in the DRR process. Importantly, we support the call for renewed political commitment to DRR, as well as to secure sufficient resources to achieve this end. As we move closer to Sendai in March next year, we believe it is important for the international community to come together and send a strong message on how to substantially reduce disaster losses in the decades to come. I thank you, co-chairs.
I thank His Excellency, the Ambassador of Myanmar,